Hello students, in this lecture video I'll be telling you about population growth and growth models. So to understand the population growth and growth models, let us first understand what do we mean by population density. It is the number of individuals of a species per unit area and it is designated as capital N. So how we calculate population density? For different organisms, the procedure is different. Like for fish, the number of fish which are caught per trap. And for tigers, indirectly, it can be counted based on the pug marks and fecal pellets. Now coming to population growth. The size of any population, it keeps on changing and it depends on variety of factors. First being the availability of food. Then if we are talking about prey and a predator, then what the pressure of predation is there and weather conditions over time period. Mainly the fluctuation in the density of a population is due to four basic processes which are occurring. One is natality, that is number of births during a given period of time. Mortality, number of deaths. Immigration, that is number of individuals that come into a habitat from somewhere else only for a specific time period. And immigration is number of individuals which have left that habitat and that have gone elsewhere during a particular time period. Now, if we calculate the population density at time t plus 1, means when we are talking about a change. Initial population density let us consider as nt and after a particular time let us consider as nt plus 1. So it will be equal to nt plus b plus I. What is b plus I? That is birth rate and immigration. It will increase the population density and minus we subtract d plus e, that is death rate and immigration, which will lessen the or decrease the population density. So this formula you should remember that population density at a particular time period is what is initial plus we add birth rate and immigration factor and we subtract the death rate and immigration factor. Now coming to population growth models. There are two basically growth models which have been suggested to predict the growth of any population over a period of time. It can be either exponential growth or logistic growth. Let us look at it one by one. So let me start with exponential growth. As the exponential growth term suggests that any growth which is done exponentially means the resources are unlimited. In that case, the equation of exponential growth comes out to be change in the density, that is dn by dt, equal to b minus t into n. Now again, what is this b minus t? That is birth rate subtracting the death rate. And this is actually constant for a given habitat, for a given population over some time period. So it is referred to as small r, which is intrinsic rate of natural increase. So we can also write or narrow down this equation as dn by dt is equal to rn. Now, this, if we plot on a graph, it results in a J-shaped graph. Let us look at it. See, this we can represent as this factor also. If we take integrate, actually that was differentiation. Now, if we integrate that, dn by dt is equal to rn, on integration we will get this term, this equation. That is nt is equal to n naught ert, where e is the base of natural logarithm, which you should remember 2.7, and r is the intrinsic rate of natural increase. Now, I just now said that there is a J-shaped curve. See, this is what we are talking about, the blue one. This is exponential growth. Next one is the logistic growth, which suggests that after some time period, the resources become limited. So, if that is the one, then this is red curve. That is showing logistic growth. Means after a particular time period, it saturates. The population density, it will saturate. So there is a particular carrying capacity for that population. Let us understand that. So eventually what is going to happen, there are limited resources. So the fittest individual is going to survive and reproduce. So let us understand what is carrying capacity. It suggests that any habitat, it has only enough resource to support a maximum possible number, further which there will be no population growth. So largely there will be limited resources and there will be a lag phase, the phase in which the nutrients will start be mobilized and utilized. And finally, it will reach a population density, that is the maximum carrying capacity, capital K. So just now we saw the curve, that is sigmoid curve, which is also called as Wihilst-Pearl logistic growth curve. Now, if we look at it into the equation, it comes out to be dn by dt is equal to Rn, k minus n divided by k. So this n is the population density at time t. Small r is the same intrinsic rate of natural increase, that is b minus d. And capital K is the carrying capacity. Since most of the animal populations, they are finite and the resources will become, sooner or later they will become limited. So this logistic growth model is considered as a more realistic growth model.